Good morning, everybody. It's
Hello,
good to
everyone.
be it's good to be back. Yeah, we've had a beautiful coming together actually last 11/11 on this page, on this beautiful portal day. Um, and it has been extremely powerful. We've received so many reactions from all of you about the acknowledgement of all what has been in our lives. And so for those of you who have not seen it yet, the video is still on, also on our YouTube channel, Mary Magdalene School. So you can look it either here on Facebook or there. But it's worth doing, and also to come back to it, because in healing it in ourselves, we heal actually the collective. So yeah. And then we had last Monday, the new moon in Scorpio. That followed this portal day last Saturday, and it was also extremely powerful. And we've gone through, astrologically seen, through a couple of like 4 days with intense energies that were really at a culmination when it comes to Mars energies, Pluto energies from Scorpio, and Uranus. So it's been a lot of tension in the field. We know the eclipse season is still working through us with all kinds of releases, that we're working through on all kinds of levels that are still there. But we want to say, whatever the situation is, however it hits you or not, everything has a purpose to move into this higher state of being that is here. So we want to stress that again, because this intensity and the depth of the transformational energy, it's important that we trust this whole purification process in ourselves, because it stabilizes our system in a very new and nourishing direction. And that whole field, that whole geometry is here on Earth. We need to step into it. So, and stay really close to ourselves, no matter what is happening in the outer world. And bring in as much love as you can in every step of your life, in your close surrounding, in any kind of area of your life. It's very important that we spread the love everywhere from this place of compassion and deep fields of peace that are so necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
in a couple of weeks, we enter into the Advent time.
yeah.
Advent is a little bit later today than it normally is, but it's a time that represents the coming of the Christ consciousness, of peace and oneness. And this Advent is going to be special, right? We know that because we are really incarnating this new Sophia Christ consciousness field much, much, much more than ever before, because it's really been anchored into Gaia. So we are going to be offering a container in this important time to collectively create a deep anchoring of our personal soul mission with this field that invites us to be fully who we came to be, a divine child of light, connected to the holy order of light, to fully anchor into that knowingness and into living our lives from that place.
It's really beautiful. Yeah, I want to say something, because I think it's so beautiful what you say about anchoring our personal soul mission. As this field, there's no other way than living our personal soul mission when we are in this field. And we know that how many people are looking for what is my soul mission, and stepping into that field and being fully present. There's no question actually anymore, because there's no other way than following the steps of your soul. So it's just want to add that. Sorry. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
I mean, everything else is kind of a distraction, isn't it? And actually, when we enter into that field, like you say, there's no possibility of doing anything else. It becomes impossible. And we feel it when we're off, and we don't want to be off, because the soul journey is so interesting and exciting and mysterious on its own that there's no other place we'd want to be.
It's really so fulfilling. I mean, there's no other word fulfillment in peace. I mean, something in that area. Yeah.
So we invite you to join us in this container in this upcoming program that we are creating, that we're offering, called the Creating the New Light Records of Gaia. And that really came in because that was exactly what the higher realms were saying, that we are at a place now in our remembering process where we have so much memory opened and so much light running through us, and we're vibrating at such a high level of consciousness now that it's really up to us now to bring in the new. We've really entered a realm of new possibility, of new creation as sovereign creative beings. So we are really transcending the story that we know here. And this Advent program promises really to be something that we've never known, never experienced before. We were very surprised, actually, when we tapped into this field. We thought that it would be maybe in 6 months, but that's not so. It's really just around the corner.
It's so beautiful how time works with consciousness.
Yeah.
We're still getting used to the new time speed, if you like, or maybe timelessness. I don't know how to say it, but it brings us faster, or at least in our human experience, faster to domains, which is so, it gives so much hope. It gives so much courage, and wind in the back to notice that we are way further already with the consciousness fields than we may think we are. And I want to say something, because I think you call it a container that we create, which is the program. Yeah. In other words, we say program. But I think the word container is so important for all of us, that we hold all together this container of consciousness, moving it forward. And it's almost like a geometry structure, that when we build together in our uniqueness, coming together in a program like this, whole new geometry starts to be created as a container. And there's nothing that can stop that. It amplifies itself in incredible ways. And that container, then, that beautiful geometry we make as a group, gives such a strong support in the awakening process of all of humanity. I mean, of course, our own, but in that also the collective. And it's in a way, it's for everybody. Those who maybe walk this path more alone than others. But also when you're in groups, you're very welcome to join us, because it amplifies. And we know how that works. Yeah. So yeah, I know that, I mean, we've heard also from many participants of our program, as they told us, that it's such a strong support for all of us to focus the light and the love together to create this field of peace. And rather than getting lost in the chaos of the changing world, in which many of us are also still finding their relationship with what reality is it that I'm going to contribute to, and how does that work? So we really invite you, because we will be talking about that also, about the peace processes, about what it takes to bring our focus to the higher light in any step we take, and stay in the eye of the storm. That's the practice. And we will be held together in that container. And that is something that's also been, I feel, been coming in with the Holy Spirit, that we feel that is moving through us as a pure source of abundance and direction, and that will bring our highest potential to the forefront, so that all of humanity can benefit, and that we can all come into our human sovereignty. Yeah.
Yeah, we really invite you to enter into this space of higher light, and you use the term Holy Spirit. We could also use the term really the intelligence of the highest dimension, where we will all be held together to use our highest potential for the benefit of human sovereignty and new creation. And so there's so much new consciousness coming in from this dimension that this is actually part of what we are going to be mapping together and accessing during this program. That is what is we've been told. And we're in this journey, we're being guided by Lord Melchizedek and Mary Magdalene to better understand this. We've talked about the cosmic seeds of the Ark of the Covenant, which is absolutely related to this process that have been they've really laid latent in records of light in our body systems, but they're now awakening. And as they're awakening, we're really accessing these not only higher dimensions of consciousness, but actually higher ability to create the new. And that's what is actually so interesting about the moment that we're in, is that we actually have a much more potent creator space. Yeah, so it makes it, all of this is making available consciousness, light, and creation to be held by all of the children of the light for the evolution of the human story, because it's really time to evolve out of these really archaic, painful patterns that keep on being cycled back as if there is no other choice. But of course, there is a choice, absolutely. And more of us are choosing something else. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that great? I mean, if you only look back to maybe a year ago where you were, or 2 years ago, you cannot imagine how many things have shifted already and have been transformed. So that's really a positive, or a big positive, that is here to stay. So just, at any moment you feel like you're dropping away in more denser fields, keep that knowing deep inside of you, and then work with what makes you more dense next to that deep knowing that it is here. So I want to say something a little bit about the Advent program, because the Advent, we will be starting on Sunday, November 26th, which is in 1.5 weeks from now, so it's coming really close. And we have this culmination in this program from four Zoom meetings where we meet all together, we exchange, we'll go into deep transmissions and teachings with all of the family of light. And then at the end, the last day, the 5th meeting, will be the winter solstice, which is a very, very powerful portal, we know, that is always supporting our deepest intentions and is in a way like putting the cherry on the cake, if you like, from all the work that's done before. So as we're moving through these Sundays, every Sunday, 8 o'clock in the evening, Paris time, we meet, and then it will be culminating, and then we arrive on the winter solstice, December 21st, all together. And I think this winter solstice, with all that's in the fields, will have its very own special present for all of us. That's how it feels. It feels magical already. And we invite you to say yes to this process, to step by step join us. We have kind of like 4 weeks to go all together and be in this field and build up and grow into it and bring this new consciousness to the forefront. So we're really excited to do this all together.
We are super excited about this magical journey, because the gifts that come are so unexpected. They come from left field. It's just there's no way to imagine what happens. There's just no way. The only way to go in is to dive in and to trust. So this is, we've learned this, and then there's the blessings are so big. So yeah, we'll place the link to the program in the thread of this video. You can also find more information on this Facebook page. And we would love if you join us in this upcoming field of creation and magic that's opening for us all.
That's so wonderful. Looking so much forward to it. And for now, we wish you a beautiful day. We love you. And keep the spirit up. We do so too. And we're all connected through the inner planes. So, namaste.
Namaste.